grown folk out there, won't you gather around? Take a real good listen to Miss B-Town. She'll give you the real deal while showing you love. She was sent from heaven above, so check it out. Miss B-Town Hester's in the house, giving you all the news that you can use and more. So check it out. Miss B-Town Hester's in the house, giving you everything you want and more. Keep growing, keep showing. Those who are lost and have gone astray, keep blessing with life lessons. Show them the way, so check it out. Miss B-Town Hester's in the house, giving you all the news that you can use and more. So check it out. Miss B-Town Hester's in the house, giving you everything you want and more.
Hello and welcome back to my channel. This video is going to be coming out of the great state of Texas. Okay, let's get that. This man on the screen that you see, name is Xavier Davis. Police have a suspect in custody linked to the deaths of a young girl, 6 years old, and her parents in Houston. Xavier Davis, 28, was arrested Thursday on charges, unrelated family violence charges, but is currently facing several charges for the death of the 6-year-old Harmony Carey and both of her parents, Donavea Lagway, 29, and Gregory Carey, 35. It all happened in the 12,000 block of Fondren Road on Wednesday when authorities found the body and the child shot to death. However, another child, 10, was found at the scene and was shot, but was reported to be in stable conditions. Family members say the 10-year-old played dead until the shooter left. Then she locked the door and FaceTimed her grandmother to let them know what happened before authorities was called to the scene. Davis is charged at this point. At the time of this article, Davis was charged with 3 counts of capital murder and 1 count of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, which the Harris County District Attorney's Office has accepted. Now, bring you up a little bit more up to date on this case. Okay, so now remember, he's shot the husband, the wife, the 6-year-old daughter are dead. Okay, and he left one, the 10-year-old. She got shot, but she played dead until till he got out the house and she FaceTimed her grandmother so that her grandmother, well, in order to tell her grandmother what all had happened to them. Okay, and I just want you to just look at this baby's life cut way too short. Way too short. Okay, a man accused of killing a couple and a 6-year-old in Southwest Houston is to remain in jail. Houston, Texas. The man accused of murdering a couple and their 6-year-old child will remain in jail for now. Xavier Davis, 28, is charged with 3 counts of capital murder for the shooting deaths of Donyavia Lagway and Gregory Carhe and their daughter, 6-year-old Harmony Carhe. He is also charged with shooting the couple's 10-year-old daughter in the arm and faces an unrelated charges of aggravated assault from a June incident, including his girlfriend. Well, wow, what? Okay, wait. On Tuesday, the judge ordered Davis to be held without bond on one of the charges. This comes just days after judges denied Davis bond for 2 of the 5 charges. According to prosecutors, Davis is accused of shooting the parents and their daughter in the head before stealing cash from their apartment on Fondren. The couple's 10-year-old daughter played dead to survive. An anonymous tip led police to Davis, and court records said a gun in his apartment matched the one used in the murders. Despite being held now, relatives of the victims told ABC 13 that giving him a bond to begin with was offending to them. I just couldn't believe they would give a bond to someone who murdered 3 people and a 6-year-old, said Dominique Robbins, a cousin of the victim. I know everybody has rights. Animals have rights. And he's an animal, but the bond should be rejected, added Angela Irvin, an aunt of the victim. Investigators have yet to say how Davis is related to this family or if he is at all. Wow. But I do since know that um the one where they did give him a bond. Hey you guys, welcome in. Welcome in. I think it's now set at $1 million. Still way out of his reach. But it says even the 28-year-old Xavier Davis makes bond. Wait a minute, the judge just put him under 24-hour watch arrest. Here is what he learned on Sunday court hearing. Wow. So he made bond, but he is back into custody. Okay, that's what I thought. I thought I had seen that. So this man takes the life of this lady, her husband, and their 6-year-old. While the 10-year-old, which would be, I guess, the tallest one to the right of the dad, had gotten shot and played dead till grandmother, till she could, after the gunman left, she locked the door and FaceTimed her grandmother. to make her aware of what had just happened. I admire this little girl. She is a hero. And I'm gonna let you listen to a little bit of the news clip if I get it to go ahead and cue up.
His grandmother got that terrible call about this time last night that 4 family members had been shot, including 2 children. 3 of them were killed.
I still can't believe it.
Manda Lagway has been sitting on the porch most of the day. She can't bear to step inside, even as other family members dismantle furniture and pack up. This is where her daughter, Danyavia Lagway, her common-law husband, Gregory Karhi, and their 6-year-old daughter, Harmony Karhi, were shot to death last night before their 10-year-old daughter called Lagway, her grandmother, on FaceTime for help.
She's like, Granny, my mom got shot, my dad got shot. And I'm like, what? I'm like, what happened?
The news was jarring. The family called police, and by the time they got to the apartment on Fondren, it was taped off. The 10-year-old was shot in the arm. She told police the killer knocked first, had a mask on, and grabbed her baby brother by the hair and threw him. He then shot the victims in the head. She said she played dead, and when the killer left, she got her brother and locked the door.
Oh, I just want everybody to know, my baby, she's a hero. My baby is a hero.
Friends and family dropped off balloons and candles, still stunned by the carnage that was inside.
Someone's sick. They're sick in here. Very sick.
Lagway says Harmony was an angel, Danyavia and Gregory good parents. Detectives canvassed the complex and recovered surveillance video in their search for the person who shot a family.
That's a monster. You don't do that.
Lagway can't believe the loss. With their parents gone, she says she will raise the children.
I love them. So, these are my babies, and, they ain't going nowhere.
Jessica Willey, ABC 13, Eyewitness News.
And as you can see, they are a very well-kept family. On just looking at the pictures, hard-working, honest family that this man, Xavier Davis, chose to take their life right out from up under them and one of their children. Are there any questions or comments? Did I miss anything? Again, this comes out of Texas. And it said Southwest Texas. Now, Xavier's 28. The mother is Donyavia Lagway, Donyavia Lagway, and Gregory Karhi. So far, don't know how he knows them, how they're related, anything like that. Yeah, he does look crazy. It's something mental going on there. If nothing else, there is either some kind of substance abuse, which I'm sure it is. Because here's the thing, you got to look at the fact that he has a girlfriend. And it clearly he was there to rob, to obtain some kind of property, money or something. And that's why he acted that way. So we're going to pray for justice for the family while we pray for grandma who has to raise the grandkids that survived. And just the thing, when he went in, he grabbed the little baby by the hair and threw the baby. He threw the baby by the hair. Wow. It makes me wonder, where does these people get the nerve, the audacity Because I would like to think in my weakest moment, my craziest moment, I would never think about grabbing a baby by the hair and slinging that baby. Drugs. But you know what? Even on drugs, I just could not see doing that to that baby. And even doing the act, period. But just saying, how the oldest child described how they came in. This is something I would like to know more of the timeline too. From the time he came to the door, how long did it take him to murder mom and dad and the 6-year-old? Shot the 10-year-old in the arm and she played dead. Remember first when he went in, he slung the baby. I wonder what is the time frame on all of that. How much time was he actually inside the apartment? Cause see, what he need to go do is get a job and spend that much time on a job, and he wouldn't have to do this kind of stuff. But he ain't gonna have to worry about a job no more now. You know what, right, girl? This is one of them things that you kind of hate to judge, but first take into consideration they live in an apartment complex. How did he choose that particular apartment? What stood out to him with his family to do stuff, to do this to them? I bet you he knew him, and I think it was probably the father because they were husband and wife, and he was dad to all of the kids. Yep, dad to all of the kids. It's just wow. It's just it just gets besides me. I just don't can't think of you try to think of what could maybe happen or what could happen because right now well they know for a fact that he did it, but if he never come out and say why he did it, then we'll never know. But I wonder if he comes out or if he does try to cop a plea to say why he did it in order to save his life, would they go for something like that? Could be mistaken identity. So he had to, because they seen his face. That's why he had to go on through with it. Because I have a cousin that's doing time right now, trust and believe not, proud of it by no means, and he's been in there for about 6 years now, and no, I have not contacted him. Why? Because he shot and killed his girlfriend in the back of the head. She never seen it coming. And then she dialed 911. Then he dialed 911 to say what he did and that the gun would be on the car when they get there and he would be laying on the ground on his stomach, which he did. So therefore, when after he sits in the county for a whole year, he decided he didn't want no trial. He just wanted to be, charged and sentenced. Really, that's all he could go for. I mean, he couldn't cop a plea on what he did it, and he the one who called 911. So, I mean, what was he gonna ask for? What would he have asked for other than that? Nothing. There was nothing left to ask for. People are something else. I just, and we do these stories, and people are like, "Wow, why do y'all do them?" Da 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 da. Because, for instance, we do these stories. We follow these stories because, like, at first he ran. They didn't have him in custody at first. They had to find him. And had we not made people be aware of it, um, shining more light on the situation, because you got to realize all cases don't get that media attention that it needs. Because if it do, that's all we would see all day long. That is all we would see, all we would read. So we have to do the awareness, one, to try to keep our children safe as possible, and try to educate parents that something they may be doing may not be the safest thing in the world for their child, but it'll trigger something like, well, maybe I need, because my goddaughter has got the world's worst habit of pumping gas, then going into the store to pay for it, and leaving her son in that car. Her thing is, I got the door locked. She got the keyless entrance. With them. I said, and what if somebody walk up to the car and bust the window? Your car's still running. Well, you have cranked it up before you went in the store because you don't want him sitting in there in the heat or whatever. So what if they bust your window and take your car with your child? Right, right. These things we don't even know happen. I do so many stories on that happen in Dallas, Texas, Houston, Texas, and D Cop is right out there in Dallas, Texas, and she don't be done haven't heard a word. She was like, it has not been on the news or anything. I said they can't get them all on there. I said it's just your higher profile cases is what you can get more of on there, and that's what they go by. That's what they go by. But see, me, if that was my child, I wouldn't let it rest. For instance, the two West boys out of California. These babies went missing December 21st. Walked out their yard, 3 and 4, lived in a nice neighborhood. It was almost dark, and why they outside that time? Oh, mom supposedly was wrapping Christmas gifts for him. Dad was supposed to have been out there with him, but he came in the house for a split second to grab something to drink. And when he went back outside, the babies were gone. And he noticed that he had left the fence unlocked. So he started to walk around the neighborhood calling their names before dialing 911. He starts a manhunt itself. Still haven't found no babies to this day. To this day. And it's kind of like just dying out. Of course, it takes people like us to keep, their names and their faces out there. Uh-uh. And what's even more, they were adopted. But what's even more adopted, they had other kids that were adopted. But for some odd reason, those kids was over grandma's house that night versus these two. Now that was odd to me. Very odd. I didn't get that. Now that one got a lot of airtime, but it just leads back to a dead road when them babies left that house, or how they may have left the house. No one else has heard from them. They worked tirelessly, being working around the clock looking for them. I mean, I just don't. I can't. I just be, girl, I can't stand it. Between that and these stories of mom's boyfriend or baby's daddy, the cause of all these children death. See, I got a real issue when a woman has a 3 month old and you need a babysitter and you leave him with your boyfriend. Now, your baby only 3 months old. You carried that baby 9 months. When did you meet this boyfriend? Because this ain't the baby daddy. When did you meet this boyfriend? And when did you learn enough about him that made you feel safe enough to leave your 3 month old with him? I don't get that. I don't get that. That one that's really my pet peeve. Cause I be wanting to say throw mama in the slammer too, just cause she wasn't there when it happened. Throw her on in there too, because by now we've seen it enough, we've shown it enough. They should know better. They should know better. What you doing up so early? You like me? Can't sleep at night? I know. Sleeping is a toughie. So I was laying there. I was like, well, I can't get on and do a video. I didn't think if anybody was going to come in here or not, but I was actually going to do the video. Anyway, back, girl, I just took something probably about an hour and a half ago. It's supposed to rain here today. Lord, my back and my shoulders will let me know when it's going to rain. And look, you remember seeing or hearing your grandparents say that kind of stuff, and you looking like, okay, whatever, what they talking about? How their bones gonna tell them it's gonna rain? Well, guess what? I learned. I learned. Look, now you take something, go off into a good sleep, and be my luck. My mama called me at 8 o'clock in the morning. Yes, reality. And I sympathize with anybody got back pain. Cause Lord, I know their struggles. Jesus. Well, all right, sweetie. I thank you for coming in and listening to me do my little video. I may sit here and do another one, but that one I would do an upload, I think, on that one. Since I went live to do this one, I'll do an upload. I got to remember, I forgot how to premiere a video, and I knew how. I gotta look around. How's those dogs? I peeped in there today. Girl, yes. Girl, I'm battling with diverticulitis, UTI, then I have endometriosis, then I have an abscess on my fallopian tube. All of this. I'm on 4 antibiotics, even after coming home. I told one of my friends, I can't say it like I said it to her. I said, but don't you know I feel like I'm spitting biscuits right about now. We died laughing. I was like, Lord. Yeah, yeah. She's like, girl, I know. I said that the itch is about to kill me. It is about to kill me. Lord. So now you know what's got to go out and grab something for that. I was like, Lord, it's just something all the time. I know it. Are you gonna sell them? Or you hadn't really thought about it that far? Oh my God, I just ran across one of Purple videos. My goodness. Mm, I don't know how I'm gonna get that out of my mind. Her and China Doll. I didn't know China Doll as well as I did Purple. Who was? Somebody had just told me. Who was I talking to? And someone said that they wanted a pit, but they wanted it to be full blood because they wanted it to come with the papers and all of that. I guess is what they mean. I guess somebody's chat I was in, and we got on the topic of pets. Yes, my Purple. I knew you remember Purple. Did you know China Doll? Now China Doll, she didn't mind for me, but she minded for Tracy. She used to mind for um five. She minded for quite a few people. But Purple's funeral was last Friday, and then Monday morning I get a text early in the morning. China Doll had passed away. Okay, oh girl, this YouTube we talking about. If you hadn't heard of it, you would by now. Crazy mess people come up with trying to say that child faking her death. Come on now. Stuff they can sit around and think of. Yeah. Purple. You never got purple. Purple was my she modded for me. She modded for D Cop from Nadia. Purple is one that I'm into it. Right, faking. Um, you remember, she was kind of quiet. Didn't say much unless it was just us in here or just us in Decop chat. Other than that, I got the video up there of her, um, her and her aunt. They're the ones who did the Wednesday night wine. The channel name is Purple Love 3130. Mm-hmm. Yep. I was like, what? And when I spoke with her aunt said she fell and couldn't get up. And they had to help her up and got her on the bed. She said when we got her on the bed, she kept saying her chest was hurting, her chest was hurting. She said the next thing she knew, her eyes rolled back in her head and she was gone. "31 years old." So that was two of them. So the other night, it went live, and I had taken my medication and went to sleep. And once, if you wake me up like that, I'm really crazy then for real. But she said I had to call and make sure I hadn't heard from you. But she had been checking on, but she I ain't nobody thinking about that. I ain't paying no extra for no premium. Okay, go ahead. What were we saying? And she said I had to make sure you wasn't back in the hospital because I came home from the hospital the first time. For a split second, I was home long enough to get my hair done, and I wasn't home 24 hours, so I was right back in there. I thought you should have known Purple. I thought you should have known her. Real sweet girl. Her auntie said she's gonna raise her son. Well, finish raising him. I said, well, I figured that you wouldn't let nobody have him if you had to. She said, not without a fight. Because Purple loved that boy. She was all about him. All about him. And she was so sweet. Just like China Doll. They were just so nice and sweet. It's tough. And I don't know if you know Lacey or not. I don't know how well you know James Caldwell. Well, the beef sect, I don't know how well you know them, but James Caldwell the other day, his friend Lacey, girl came on there to tell everybody the doctor had gave him 7 days to live. No, I did not say 70. No, I did not say 7 months. No, I did not say 7 years. 7 days. And everybody that was up there on that platform with him, he was stronger than any of the rest of them up there. I said 7 days, and he's nice looking. And I was just looking at him like he looks like a picture of him. I don't know what his illness is, but I was like, wow, wow, because I had only seen him a couple of times prior to that, but evidently he was friends with James and TKL and Lady Nika, because those are the three that he wanted to tell that to. How long ago was what, baby? Which one? How long ago was that? Since Lacey um told him that? Is that what you're asking? That was Monday? Mm-hmm. Monday. No, that ain't been 7 days. That's only been what, 3, 4 days. I'm gonna tell you, if that man be going away from here in a couple of days, it'll shock me. It would really, really shock me. I don't even think I would want the doctor to tell me that bluntly. Don't try to put an exact time on it. Not to that degree. Not when you still can get around as good as he can get around. Lacey. I wonder do Lacey have a page. Let me see. I met him through James over in his chat. I don't think he was a content creator. I think he's just someone that was real, real good friends with the three of them. Because all of them, they've been on here for years. That's why he wanted to tell those three. Those was his three favorite content creators. Right, right. Because technically, if you ever been around somebody and watched the dying process, you'll know it when it starts to come. What's so shocking with him? Let me see if I can find this video. Give you a timestamp. What is so shocking about this situation is though the fact that he doesn't even begin to look like he's even going downhill at all. At all. Let me see if this was the video. Let's see. Not that one. Was it this one? Wait, let's see. There's people on the panel, but that he may have profited for some reason, maybe saving it or something. Cause when I heard him talking, it was Miss Toby, Lacey, Mother, and DKL up there at the same time. It wasn't before. And I never forget because Lady Nika was live at that time. He got to be. Today, what? Wednesday, right? Well, today Thursday, so I can't count today. It ain't doing my them doggone dogs. I don't know. I'll look around. Let me check this one right here. You don't remember Lacey? Mm. And ain't no way in the world I can go through James's chat to find it. Oh Lord, I can't. Cause I know he got too many. And I was hoping to be able to easily find it because this is the platform we were on. Wait, is this the right one? There's Miss Toby. Let's see. Come on now. I'm seeing every video except the one I want to see. I mean, girl, it wasn't a dry eye. Oh, yeah, it was his eyes. He was the one. He was the strong one. Everybody else was crying. Everybody was crying. DKL, he has to be. He has done. Wait a minute. Duchess has got two different pages. Duchess Disciples. And you know, I never thought about it. And I said, I told my daughter, I said, I told her what I don't have a whole lot of people, phone numbers anyway from YouTube. I said, if anything ever happens to me, get on the phone and just let them know. If you don't ever send a text, just let them know something. Because we had that was the conversation we had a little while back. If something happened to one of us, how would we know? Cause most of us, we don't have our families involved into our this crazy YouTube mess. Well, my daughter comes on my page and stuff, but a lot of them that's over in the beef sector. Okay, let me see. They don't have their families that have anything to do with this. Let me see. This is when he went to DC and came back. Girl, you got me about to go nuts now. He be killing me with the thumbnails. I'm gonna find the video, and when I find it, I'm gonna make sure I send you the link. Cause it was touching. Very touching. Yeah, you at least need to tell somebody, to at least look in your phone and text this person and say blah 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 to the person, or else um I guess after a while we would have to start assuming, is what I guess we would have to do. Cause I wonder, has Lolo come back yet? We were looking for her at one point. Cause she just went on off. We just stopped hearing from her or be involved with YouTube as much as in them. I be getting a few channels monetized. Thank you. Thank you. It's like they don't even just want no part of it. But I tell everybody that because prior to this, I used to do um, I did the travel company through Surge 365, and we started out training. I never forget the first thing they said: "Do not run home and think your family is getting ready to help you." Da 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 da. They said because they are gonna be the last ones to believe that you can make it work because it sounds too good. And I was thinking in my head, no, not my family. Shit, it went just like that. And see, I'm just not gonna get up here and argue and beef for for dollars. That's not my thing. That's not my thing. Mm-mm. I don't want the headaches. Health wise, is not good for me. So no. Mm-mm. He's got to be done private this video, because that would have been Monday's video. He probably done private it, making it something special or something like that, because he does a lot of jingles and stuff. Girl, it's hard just to get people come in the chat. That's why people don't hardly go live anymore. That and with people starting, with this docs and stuff and all of that, people don't want to cash out. People don't want to hit your link. Mm-mm. Especially if you talking about something positive, they don't want you there. Mm-mm. They don't want to hear that, child. I wonder if he's on, I'm going to say House of Treasure, because that's how he's connected to Mother. I think on that. I just want you to, girl, just see how nice looking he is. So nice, so nice looking. Man, look like he ain't even never had a cough in a day. Girl, but let's see if I could get to. See, Mother, they got so many friends on their list. My goodness. And they do so many videos, doing them recaps of shows and stuff. Cause see, that was his birthday bash. I'm trying. Last time I know, he was up on James' panel is when they were discussing homosexuality. That's the last time I remember him being up on the platform. Now he's always down in the chat. But I'll find it before the day over. I'm gonna make that my thing to do today. And that is to find him. Everything the Truth edition. Oh boy. This is around the time it came out, right here. I remember he had that big live when Nas came out with that last song, had that big uproar about the sneakers and all of that. But I'll find it for you today, hon. And when I find it, I will send it to you. Well, I appreciate you coming in here and keeping me company. And to anybody else there in the bushes, thank y'all. I appreciate y'all so much. Y'all have a good day.